In the last video, we have used the if statement. If statement is a kind of conditional statement. There are several ways to use other conditional statements, kind of switch or case or something else. But the if statement is the basic thing. So in this video, let's look into the if statement in more detail. So let's see how to use if statement. So let me first make a new variable int a equal number 10, and this we're gonna check the variable a has positive number or negative numbers using if statement. But generally the if statement is like this: if condition curly brace, right? So this is the if body. So let's give some condition between the parentheses. If a is less than 0, we're going to print line a is negative. See? And so this is the most simple if statement. If condition between the parentheses and the curly braces is for the if body. So if you run this code, something, oh, I missed the semicolon. So run. So the canvas will open, and in the console there's nothing because a is positive, right? So let's change this operator. If a is larger than 0 is let's do it. Let's change these things into minus thing. So if you run this code, a is negative, so this message will be printed out on the console, right? So you can change this operator. So operator has many things: less than, greater than, less than or equal to, greater than or equal to, equal. I'm going to tell you this kind of operators in later, and this is not equal. How to know that? Let's go into the processing side and go to the documentation reference and type in some operators. So, there's nothing. It's an operator. Oh, nothing. Go to the reference, delete this one, and let's go control. Yeah. In control section, there is some operator. Especially these are relational operator. So as I told you, this is equal operator, greater than or equal to, not equal operator, less than or equal operator. So these kind of operators is called relational operator. So let's see the code once again. See? And this is the one way to use it, but there is another way to use if statement. So if the body of the if statement is just one line of statement, so one statement, you can skip the braces. You can omit braces like this. If a is less than 0, you can just use print line function. A is negative 2. See? So let's see what happened. So there's two messages. So the first one is from here, the second is from here. So as I told you, the if body has just one line of statement, you can miss. You don't need to use parentheses. But this is more popular ways, because as you develop your programs or as you update your program, you might have one more statement too. Like this. So in this case, if you are not used to if statement, you might use this kind of way, right? So let's print this one and this 2. Oh, what happened? 4 lines of statements was printed out, but this 2 was from here, and the third one is from here, and the last one is not the body of if statement. Let's say, so these 2 line of statement is equal to this one, right? So I really recommend to use the curly braces for the if body. So this is the simplest if statement, but we have some modified version. So let's say if let's define one more variable int b equal number 1. If b is larger than 0, then print line b is positive. Else print line b is not positive. So you can use else statement after if statement if you want. So currently b is positive, right? So b is positive. So this will be true. So this print line will be run. After that, the else was not run. Else doesn't run. So let's do it. So b is positive print, right? So after satisfying the first condition, the else doesn't work. How about change the b into -1? In this case, the condition is false, right? Then else body will be run. Let's look at. So b is not positive. This is how to use if and else statement. So this is called if else statement. This is just if statement. There is one more variation. So let's copy this one here and says -1. So let's use if statement once more. If c is larger than 0, then print line, what's that? Print line c is positive, right? Else if, you have else if statement too. So c is less than 0, print line c is negative. Or if you want, you can add on the else statement here too. Else print line c is 0. Does it make sense? So currently this is minus, right? So this first condition is not true. So if this is not true, the else if works. So let's compare c with 0. So c is negative. This is true, right? So this print line function will run, and else statement is not run, and so c is negative, right? So if you change c into 0, the first condition false, second condition false, so the else statement will run. So the last thing is c0, right? This is the statement that runs. Yeah, so this is how to use if statement. So if statement, this is a simple case. So if you want, you can use if else statement, or if you want, you can use if else if statement too. So see you later.